your strawberry milkshake bottle. Like, yeah, I just want to eat ya. Just thought, oh my gosh, cut the cameras. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing okay and everyone is doing well. Another day, another Love Island review, a dumping, some gist. Let's get into it. So as I usually and always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. We're on the road to 29k and by the grace of God, we're going to hit 30, period. So definitely be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And number three, as I usually and always say, please get cozy and comfy with a hot Ribena or a drink of your choice. And let's get into today's review. Also guys, I'm going to try my best to do these reviews, you know, much slower, because a lot of you have been telling me that you love my reviews but I speak too fast, and I'm so sorry because I feel like I speak at normal pace, but apparently that's too fast. So I'm going to definitely try and slow it down, and if I do speed up, please allow me. Okay, so let's start off with Grace and Joey having a conversation. Of course, they were both speaking about the entire Samantha situation. I can't lie, everything that I said in yesterday's review definitely still stands. They were also speaking about the hideaway. I've been telling you guys that Joey has not liked this babe, and he hasn't liked this babe for a while, and this was further confirmed in, I'm getting really deep, what, further confirmed, anyway, this was further confirmed in today's video, in today's review, so not in today's review, in today's episode, sorry, when he was like, oh, I'm not gonna let you sleep outside alone, oh, you don't want to sleep outside alone, so I'm not gonna make you sleep. But Samantha definitely slept out, even though when Samantha went to go and sleep outside, she was definitely doing the most, because that situation didn't warrant that reaction. But if Joey really cared, he would have gone to sleep outside with her. So everything I said completely stands, and that is that. You guys know they ended up sharing a kiss as well. Now Grace of course told him that she feels like she doesn't want it to be awkward, and then she thinks it's best that, you know, he actually goes to speak with her, just so that it isn't awkward when she sees you go into the hideaway. Of course, Ronnie now joined them. No one and their mum and their dog and their goldfish should be asking Ronnie for advice. Ronnie, I keep telling you guys, Ronnie is there for a tan and vibes. Okay, that is exactly why Ronnie is there. So of course, Joey and I went to go pull Samantha for a chat and pretty much told her that, yeah, I'm going to the hideaway because she doesn't, and I just felt like Joey was, I'm into, you guys already know, I've given you my two sides of the coin when it comes to the whole Joey and Samantha situation. On one hand, I do think Joey could have handled this situation a lot better. On the other hand, I do feel like Samantha put all her eggs in this basket for no reason, because she was infatuated with the fact that she was dating Joey Essex. But cool. They now have a conversation, right? And then Joey's just like, oh yeah, like, you know, she doesn't want to sleep she doesn't want to sleep outside. I'm not gonna let her sleep outside alone. So yeah, I just want to let you know that we're going to the hideaway. Like, don't you realize how muggy that sounds? Because even though, like I said, Samantha was doing the most, she was still definitely sleeping outside. So she now ended up walking off and said pretty much is what it is after cussing his clerks, okay? And then she ended up going to speak with Nicole, and Nicole was just literally telling her to breathe, calm down, babe, everything's gonna be okay, you don't deserve this, etc, etc. Like I said, everything that I said still stands yesterday. I feel like Joey has just been looking for a way out for a while now, and luckily the producers brought him in someone who he doesn't even need to really get to know like that. Because guys, the streets are saying, because I know you guys be DMing me, right? So one of you DM'd me that apparently or allegedly Joey and Grace were in Dubai 2 months ago. And I don't know if that's true, all allegedly over here. But if that's the case, then Samantha definitely didn't have a chance. Now let's quickly move on to Ronnie now talking to Harriet, asking her about how she's doing. She instantly asked about his chats with Tiffany. You guys, honestly, since you guys have said that, I can't get that out of my head. But she was of course asking about the chats with Tiffany. And Ronnie pretty much said, like, in his confession, he just said he doesn't know where his head is at. Like, if Harriet finds his head for him, then she should definitely give it to him. Guys, I keep telling you, Ronnie is there for vibes, okay? Now, Harriet now goes to pull Tiffany over for a chat. So they're having a conversation. She wants to know, you know, babe, what exactly is going on? I'm talking to Ronnie. He sent me, you guys' chat wasn't that deep. I just want to know what's happening. Tiffany now snitches, okay? And she just said, oh, okay, well, he literally just told me by the pit that, you know, if there was a recoupling that he's going to pick me. Instantly, Harriet is irritated. She's so annoyed. She's just like, what's wrong with him? To Tiffany, by the way. And I don't remember like Tiffany even cared like that. Tiffany was just like, oh yeah. She's just like, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? This is just how he is. This is just how he is. What's wrong with that guy? What's wrong with him? It was so weird. But obviously, Ronnie now comes to join them, and instantly she was like, confronting him like, Ronnie, like, I'm hearing from her that your conversation was much deeper. You didn't even tell me. So what exactly is going on? Like I said, Ronnie is there for a tan and for vibes. Harriet now walks off, and then she comes back and she's like, come here, Ronnie, come here. And I won't lie, not saying I condone Ronnie's actions, because I know that guy somehow, but I did mention this in one of my other reviews. These islanders call me manners. These babes do not have my. How are you? That's like someone saying, Sarah, come here. Who are you? Who? Capital W. Who are you speaking to? So I did like the fact that Ronnie was like, I'm not a dog. And she was like, okay, Ronnie, please. Ah! So the manners are there. You're just not using them. I don't know why everyone in this villa, I rarely hear pleasers in this villa. It's always come in. Anyway, then I ended up going for a chat. And to be honest, the conversation was really going nowhere. And Harriet came to that conclusion as well. Ronnie doesn't care so much. Like, he even corrected that, the fact that, yeah, I haven't known him for 2 days. But Ronnie is very nonchalant with his entire situation. He's just like, yeah, like, but obviously, yeah, but I like you, but I like her. Like, okay, so what is it? What, you don't want to talk to me anymore? But I like you, Harriet. And obviously, I'm just getting to know the babe. I'm just getting to know, like, he's just so nonchalant. And once again, I just don't know why any girl in that villa is even investing time into Ronnie, because he's not given, he's in that villa to find love. I don't see him walking away with someone serious, okay? And I also did love the fact that Kieran, Sean, and Aya were imitating Ronnie as well, because they were definitely spot on. Now, moving on to the night time, Samantha said that they found love, so they might as well go home, referencing Joey and Grace. I did find that quite funny, because today's episode just kind of let me, I don't know how much I care enough to see the development of Joey and Grace, I'll be honest with you. And now we know that someone is gone, which we'll get into shortly. I just don't really know if I really care for the vibes with them rekindled. Like, okay, you guys have now rekindled. Like, what's next? Like, surely another girl can't come in and turn Joey. Like, do you get what I mean? So now that the storyline is played out, I don't really know if we need to see any new developments. Of course, Ronnie spotted Grace and Joey as they went into the hideaway. Scary. Ronnie is so scary. And Joey and Grace made it to the hideaway, of course, saying that, you know, it's important that we make the most of tonight, telling each other that they missed each other, and of course had a little kissy. Like I said, has Joey gone about the situation interestingly? Yes, but at the same time, no one is sleeping outside with mosquitoes. So if the hideaway bed is there, I'm going for a snooze. Thank you very much. Now, moving on to the following morning, Joey came in and he literally said to the guys, whilst Samantha was there, this is what I said, guys, this guy hasn't liked this babe. Some of you were telling me, oh no, just give him a chance. Why would I give Joey a chance? In the presence of the babe that you're no longer with, you went to say, oh guys, oh, hideaway is wicked. Hideaway is real. Yeah, hideaway, 10 out of 10, guys. Would 100% recommend it. While Samantha is there, men will kill you and ask you why you're dead. I've been telling you guys since my last review. Okay, cool. Joey also said that emotions are really high. Will ended up bringing Uma a drink. I'm going to get into them shortly as well. Nicole and Jess decided that they wanted to make breakfast for Samantha. I think it was called the Boss Bee breakfast. The trio is not giving what they think is giving. I'm sorry. The trio is not giving what they think is giving. And I don't like, guys, you guys know when Jess talks, just like, yeah, at the end of the day, I just need to let you know that you're a queen. You're a queen, Samantha. And you know what? We're going to remind you you're a queen. That's why we're having a Boss Bee breakfast, to remind you that you're a queen. I don't tire. Now, moving on to the boys having a conversation. Ronnie was speaking about Harriet, and he literally was just like, yeah, like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to change. Ronnie just talks straight air, but he was just like, at the end of the day, I'm just not going to change. Like, that's not me. Act like a waistband. That's literally the Bible was given. You know, that's just not me as a guy. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm just going to be me, because if I can't be me, then, you know, who else am I going to be? Like, that's how Ronnie literally talks, just straight air. Now, of course, the girls were talking, or shall I say Jess was talking, because her mouth is actually always running. But anyway, they were speaking about it, and she was just like, yeah, like, oh my gosh, yeah, like, yeah, Harriet, Ronnie's talking about you. I don't know what it's saying, but I just know for a fact it's disrespectful. You can just tell that it's disrespectful. You can just tell that it's just, like, that's just not on. It's just disrespectful. Obviously, Nicole was speaking about, not Nicole, Kieran was speaking about how much him and Nicole had developed and how everything is going really well. Some of you did say that you do think Kieran and Nicole are definitely getting the winners edit. It's very surprising to me that they are, because I don't see them as being the Love Island winners, but right now it's given smooth sailing for now. Casa might come and switch things up, but let's see. Ayo was saying that Mimi is a good vibe and he's really enjoying getting to know her, that she's really happy and she's a really funny person. The guys were agreeing, which lets me know that Mimi is definitely a vibe, but guess what? I don't know Mimi's a vibe because the producers aren't showing the babe. I don't know. I didn't know Mimi was funny. I did not know Mimi was funny. Why? Because we don't see the babe. So it would be really nice to see more of this personality that they speak of, because we don't see the scene. So even when Ayo speak, another thing as well, when Ayo was speaking, I feel like he says the same thing regarding Mimi, like, oh yeah, like, good vibe, good aura, good vibe, good aura, good vibe, good aura. Okay, and next, moving on to Jess. So Jess was now speaking to Joey about how Samantha basically feels, and she was just like, listen, yeah, what I didn't like is, and don't get me wrong, I know you're gonna ride out for your friend and everything, but maybe it's just the producers being very particular with the scenes they give us. They keep giving us scenes of Jess inserting herself into other people's business, but she was pretty much telling Joey, like, at the end of the day, what I didn't like is the fact that, you know, you were literally kissing Grace and the whole video. So, Joey, that is just not okay. You're literally kissing Grace. Like, think about Samantha. How does that make her feel? You were with her for 2 weeks, and now all of a sudden, like, just talking. Next, moving on to Ronnie and Tiffany. Not much to discuss here other than the fact that I feel like their chats are extremely airy, like bland, no flavoring, no seasoning, no grill, no pan fry, no deep boil, no nothing. Like, I think they were speaking about their favorite pancake toppings. Like, oh, I love a Nutella. You like a Nutella? Yeah, I love a strawberry. Oh, I love a strawberry. Yeah. And a syrup. Oh my god, yeah, definitely love a syrup. Like, I don't really get much from their conversations. I don't see much development. I don't see much growth. I don't see much anything. I just see teeth and I see yucky hair. Okay, that's all I see. Teeth and vibes. Now Sarah, stop. Now moving on to Wilbur and Uma. They were having a conversation about their surnames. I think Uma said her surname is Jermaine and he said his surname is Anderson. Like I said, guys, I said it in my last review and I think the review before that, I actually do like Will and Uma together. I know some of you don't like them together, but I think they look okay. Plus, Uma's tan, chef's kiss, sister's literally glowing. But I think they look okay. Like, I think the only thing is you can definitely tell not why, but you can definitely see that Uma maybe hasn't been in a relationship. Number one, because of the type of conversation, like, she'll just be like, do you like that? Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, what about that? Do you like that too? Yeah, that's a bit of me too. But well, do you like that? Why do you like that? Really? Like, that's how Uma speaks. But I won't lie, I like her and Will together. I think they suit. They got on really well. Will seems very chilled. Uma is clearly talkative, but, you know, sometimes opposites do attract, and I do feel like they work for now, so I ain't mad. Now moving on to Sean speaking to Tiffany. Guys, the truth of the matter is Sean was honestly just wasting his time, okay? And it's sad. You guys know, I do really like Sean. Defo a sweet guy, you know, good energy. He loves his sweets and everything. I did say I need to buy from his TikTok shop, so I need to go and do that. But you guys know, he was basically saying to her that she reminds him of a strawberry milkshake. Guys, I was cringing so bad. I was literally dealing with secondhand embarrassment, and I deal with that very often. I don't know why. I just put myself in people's shoes unprovoked, but yeah, like, oh yeah, like, I feel like you're a strawberry, you're a milk strawberry, like, what is it? You're a strawberry, you're a strawberry milkshake bottle. Like, yeah, I just want to eat ya. Just thought, oh my gosh, cut the cameras. Sean, this is not you. Like, don't, guys, I'm actually cringing again. Guys, I'm cringing so bad. Like, I feel like Sean defo saw that he was competition with Ronnie and was defo just trying to give that guy, but it just wasn't giving that. Sean, it just wasn't giving it, okay? Like, oh yeah, you're my eye candy. Guys, I was cringing. I was cringing so bad. I know he was trying to flirt, but for me, Tiffany, shall I say, has already given me the vibe that she's 100% going for Ronnie. So Sean is definitely wasting his time trying to see if that ship will sail. Now let's move on to Grace now pulling Samantha for a catch up. Not your op calling you for a catch up. I rebuke such energy, okay? But even when she was just like, babe, do you want to catch up? I didn't really understand why she wanted to. I feel like it goes back to what I said yesterday. By the way, Grace is a top-notch babe. I'm sorry, that girl is really gorgeous. But it goes back to what I said yesterday, where I feel like the conversations is just for her to say, oh yeah, I spoke to Samantha, just so that she doesn't feel bad, because there's really no need for us to be catching up about the guy that I was with for 2 weeks and you've now come into the villa and I've been coupled up with or doing smoochy and left, right, centre, sleepover and everything with as well. But they had a conversation and she basically said, you know, she really apologized because she doesn't want it to come across like, oh, you know, everything I've been doing has been intentional to try and get you feeling some type of way and everything like that. Samantha's basically said that as soon as Grace walked in, she 100% knew that he was going to go for someone better. Now, once again, like I said in yesterday's review, that comment, someone better, is giving the insecurities jumping out, because you didn't even know she was someone better. You instantly saw her looks and you started to compare yourself to her. And like I said, Samantha's not an ugly babe, but I feel like because she allowed her insecurities and also allowed the situation to take over so much so, she instantly started to belittle herself and also push and suppress herself down, which I didn't think was fair on her. But these comments like, you know, someone better, I knew this, I just knew, like, babe, stand on business as well. You're as just said, you're a boss bee. Okay, you're a boss bee. Samantha said that she was upset with it initially with everything that happened in the front of the villa in terms of like the kissing and everything, but she's not getting involved with two people who have history and she's never going to win. And that's very true. When people have history, there is always going to be another spark there that a new person may not be able to give to that same person. But once again, I just wish Samantha didn't put all her eggs in one basket and just look at herself as being Mrs. Joey Essex, because I feel like that is where the majority of her emotions stem from. And with the whole break, not necessarily a breakup, but with them no longer dating and, you know, being in a couple and everything like that, those emotions now started to almost override her common sense and also her reality. So that's just that. Everything that I said yesterday still stands, but I would say that I do feel like Samantha, you can definitely see there's been a lot of growth. Samantha definitely handled that conversation well, and they literally just walked off and, you know, agreed to disagree without disagreeing, essentially. Now, you guys know at night time they ended up getting a text that it's going to be a recoupling and the boys will pick. However, the bombshells will have first pick, so all of the bombshells and not just Will. So I won't lie, guys, my TV was cutting randomly, so I don't actually have all of the information from every single speech because it just kept cutting in and out. I don't know if it was because of Love Island, what's it called? Is it X or whatever is they use? What do they use again? They use Love Island TV or ITVX or whatever it is, yeah. The BBC would never. That's what I'm going to say, because the way that system just be cutting out every other day is highly irritating. Now, cool. Will ended up picking Uma. I'm not surprised. Uma looked distraught. Okay, I'm not surprised as well. Pele, babe, you have to just dry your eyes. Grace ended up picking Joey. She said that the energy between them is really good and they've been able to rekindle. No shocker there. Anisha's going to pick Joey regardless. Tiffany said that she wanted to couple up with this guy because there was an instant connection and she feels like he's a really good guy and she wants to explore things further. Sean was smiling, and for a split second I thought, oh my gosh, is she going to pick Sean? But no, she ended up picking Ronnie. And like I said, I don't know why anyone in this video is taking Ronnie seriously, because I don't even think Ronnie's taking Ronnie seriously. Okay, now moving on to Ayo. Ayo ended up picking Mimi. Ayo gives speech. His speeches are always very interesting. Like, you don't really see much personality, much emotion, much smiles. It's almost like someone is holding a gun to his head. And I think my cousin even tweeted that as well, which lets me know we actually think the same. But it's almost like they're saying speak or yeah, done. Of course, Kieran ended up choosing Nicole. No surprise there. Sean ended up choosing Harriet on a friendship basis and said that, you know, he's really liked the... To be honest, I've said this as well. I really like the friendship between Sean and Harriet. I think they do make out to be good friends. I did think initially he was going to pick Samantha, but of course he chose Harriet. And then Omar was faced between picking Samantha and Jess. Guys... plot twist, because I never in a million years thought that Omar would even have to be faced with such a decision. Omar picking between Jess and Samantha is nasty work, okay? Nasty work. But of course, he ended up choosing Jess. Nicole now ended up getting a text that Samantha, now that you are single and have not been chosen to be in a couple, that you're being dumped from the islands. Nicole barely got her words out. She literally was just like this. Samantha. Oh, let me not do that. That's really rude. I'm going to do it anyway. Samantha, now you're not in a... Babe, finish the sentence first, number one. Guys, I'm not a heartless person. I promise you, I'm not a heartless person, but I just always feel like crying is so interesting on this show, considering you didn't know these people 3 weeks ago. But I'm not a heartless person. Maybe if I was in the Love Island bin, I would cry as well if I feel like my bestie is going. Maybe I would be emotional. Sarah, come on, man, have it hat. I'm really talking to myself right now, please ignore. But no, Nicole was crying, like literally, sis was crying. Of course, Samantha was crying as well. They now followed her up to the room, you know, reminding her that, babe, you stay true to yourself and everything. And while she was crying, Joey was literally just like, no, I have to speak to her. Like, at the end of the day, like, before she goes, like, I've got to talk to her, Now, Grace now goes to join them in the room, and she's just like, Samantha's like, babe, honestly, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Like, respectfully, but disrespectfully. Respectfully, disrespectfully, I just don't want to hear it. Like, thank you, but no. Like, literally, that's what she was saying. And Joey now came up because he wanted to now speak to her as well. And she was just like, I don't want to hear it, Joey. I don't want to hear it. Please just leave me. I just want to be with the girls. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So Joey, he was really trying. He was just like, but she was just like, babe, I actually do not want to hear it, okay? Samantha now packs her stuff. She's leaving the villa. And she's just like, you know, she's made great connections here. It's been an unforgettable experience. And when she done her piece to camera at the end, I'm really showing my journalistic traits. Piece to camera, you know, period. In case you guys don't know, I'm actually a journalist and I really eat I really eat with being a journalist, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, sorry, I'm really talking to myself. But anyway, cool. She was speaking to the cameras and she basically said that, I think she said she wants to move down to London and, you know, find love and really develop her life there and everything like that. So that'd be very interesting. And then Joey, guys, Joey is an actor. I keep telling you guys, Joey is an actor. Joey was sitting at the pit alone. It was given lonely at the pit. Lonely, lonely. He was sitting in his all white, head down, like, oh, I'm thinking, oh God, please. Tomorrow you'll maybe have 1-2 conversations about Samantha and you'll move on with your life because your wife is here. You will move on with your life because your wife entered the villa, okay? Grace is there, so don't be looking sad at the pit, okay? But yeah, guys, that is the end of today's episode. Overall, it was a decentish episode. I do feel like unless another guy came into that villa, Samantha didn't really have any other prospects, to be honest, because Shulmans are going to go after her and none of the other guys were as well. And this is what I mean, that I feel like she sadly done herself a disservice by completely putting all her eggs into Joey's basket, because the second Joey walked away, she was literally just there stranded. So Samantha's on her way back to the United of Kingdoms. Casa Amor, I think, is going to kick off very soon, because now that everyone is back in their couples, I don't really know what else is, like, what spice are we going to get for the rest of the week? Who knows? So I do see Casa Amor defo coming really soon. And I think we can get rid of another couple, to be honest with you. There are some extra people in that villa that don't really need to be there. So let's see how this week goes. But as always, I'd like to know what you guys thought in the comments. So let me know down below how you also found today's episode. Other than that, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. As always, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And number 3, please do take care, stay blessed, God bless you, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye!